Exercise 182, page 460, question 6a. In this integral, we can take the minus 5 outside the integral if we like. So this equals minus 5 times the integral of 1 over the square root of t cubed with respect to t. Now we can see that this is an inverse in there, which we can write as a negative. So, well, first step is to rewrite the power underneath as t to the 3 over 2. And again, using laws of indices, this becomes the integral of t to the minus 3 over 2 dt. And again, with practice, we can go straight from this step to this step, recognizing that in the top integral here, the root part of the equation, or the root part, can go underneath in the fraction, which is here, and the fact that it's an inverse means it's underneath. In other words, we can write that as a negative power. So those things we can jump straight from there to there with practice. Okay, now we have to do the integral. So add 1 to the power and divide by the new power, minus 5 t to the minus 1 over 2 over minus 1 over 2 plus c. Remembering, of course, that minus 3 over 2 plus 1 is the same as minus 3 over 2 plus 2 over 2, and minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1 over 2. That's where the minus 1 over 2 comes from. So now we invert the bottom fraction and multiply. So this becomes minus 5 times t to the minus a half times minus 2 over 1. So we just got to be a little bit careful of the signs here. Minus times a minus gives a plus 10. So this becomes 10 t to the minus a half. Minus means inverse, so we could rewrite that as 10 over t to the half plus c, of course. And then the half means the square root, so this becomes 10 over the square root of t plus c. Part B, we can again take the 3 over 7 outside the integral, leaving inside an inverse, 1 over the 5th root of x to the 4. So, as in part A, we can now recognize that the 5th root of x to the 4 could be written as x to the 4 over 5, and the inverse gives us a negative power. So hopefully you can see that this could be rewritten as 3 over 7 times the integral of x to the minus 4 over 5 with respect to x. Now I can do the integral, add 1 to the power, and divide by the new power, 3/7. Adding 1, minus 4 over 5 plus a whole 1 is 1 over 5. X to the 1 over 5 divided by 1 over 5 plus c. Bottom fraction is a 5th, invert that, becomes 5 over 1. So this becomes 3 over 7 times x to the 5th times 5 over 1, if you like, plus c. So now tidying up, 3 times 5 is 15 over 7 x to the 1/5 plus c. And finally, recognizing that the 5th root, 5th can be written as the 5th root, so this becomes 15 over 7 times the 5th root of x plus c. And that's the solution.